Alright, boys, this is my first ever video. It should be. Alright, on a new account on Madden content. Alright, and so, yeah, I mean, just watch. Alright, I'm gonna mute my mic so you can just watch and sit back, relax, get some snacks, and just watch. Bye!
And then in the NFL in the early 70s, Coach was a guy who was ahead of his time. The Raiders were one of the first teams to have mini camps, one of the first to film practice, because he wanted to practice coaching as much as he could. And his teams, they were successful right from the start of his head coaching tenure.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is far. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, it's Favre. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And it's returned.
Let's go.
34-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So, Charles, as mentioned, we've got another Coach Madden over here on the AFC sideline. Of course, his Raiders, members of the AFC West. So this is a conference he battled in for his entire career. And you think about the landscape of the NFL as he was getting into the back half of his tenure. It was a golden era for coaches. You had Don Shula, Tom Landry, Chuck Noll, Bud Grant. But it was John Madden who had the best winning percentage of them all, CD. 759, the best ever.
Brandon, it's hard to believe he could be so successful in the conference with all those great teams. The Steelers won 4 Super Bowls. The Dolphins won 2 and were a mainstay in the playoffs. The Colts were tough. The Broncos came on late and went to a Super Bowl themselves. But against Hall of Fame coaches, John Madden's record, 36, 16, and 2. That's pretty incredible. His Raiders were a factor each and every year.
So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
It's caught. And it's 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is a big target at the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
My thing is messed up, so every time it's on all Madden, it's just weird. Like my kicking monitor or whatever thingy, yeah, it's just weird. So like, so I mean, like that's what's weird. It looks like it's on a 3-yard Twitter. It's just, I think I don't know.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Favre on 2nd down. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. The drive starts with a run by Allen. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
All right, partner, keep adding up the yardage. My man is off to a big-time start in this one.
Oh, yeah, you know, when these guys get a first-quarter run like that, they're thinking, all right, now I'm going to get a second, third, and fourth-quarter run like that, correct?
Have you ever seen a guy have a run like that and feel good about himself and then tap out and won't come out of the game?
No.
No, he wants the ball some more, doesn't he?
It's a gain of 35.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know what all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays. And now they've got their backs to the goal.
The AFC with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. Brady. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it another.
And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Marcus Allen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys are able to extend their lead. Brady will look to throw for it. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. Now they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the NFC heading back out. Hall of Famer Randy Moss, a part of this offense. And Coach Madden, boy, he always appreciated the ferociousness with which number 84 attacked the football in the air.
As Randy Moss says, just chunk it up there, dog, and I'll go get it.
And, Coach, boy, did he ever go get it. Over 15,000 receiving yards, 156 touchdowns. And how about this? From his rookie year of 1998 until 2009, those were his prime seasons, right? He led the league in touchdowns 5 times, but even more so. He showed us all how to go up and get it. Great body control. No one's ever done it better playing the ball in the air.
Finding room at midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Play action. It's Favre. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play that time for the NFC. 41 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the first half of the John Madden Legacy game. We'll be back. Hey, we want to let you know, give you a fair warning that coming up at halftime, the folks at EA Sports have put together a very nice package in tribute to Coach Madden. So make sure you stick around for that. Again, coming. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. He's at the 50. 30. 20. 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and an AFC touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Now a toss coming right side. Allen. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. Thorough domination right now. The game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, you'd be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 two-point conversions, and now they're up 24-0. So essentially they gained a field goal out of it without even trotting the kicker out there.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 score. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ron Woodson with a pick. Now a toss play. Allen. And some room to maneuver. Allen, nifty foot. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Marcus Allen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the AFC able to stretch that big lead even further.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. You know, we've discussed this before and we've seen it in practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these two-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on two-point plays as well.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Incomplete. So as we mentioned at the top, let's take you through the life of John Madden. And you know, it's very fitting that we're here back in the Bay Area, not just because John's so associated with Raider football, but also because this was where he spent his formative years.
Yeah, he grew up over in Daly City with his buddy John Robinson, who would also become an NFL head coach. He played his high school ball at Jefferson High, eventually wound up playing tackle at the University of Oregon and later Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Played well enough that in 1958, he was a 21st round draft pick of the Philadelphia Eagles. That's right, the draft had 30 rounds then.
1st and 10, it's Favre. It's caught by Sanders. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And they go play action with Favre. Sliding out of the pocket. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And luckily one of his teammates able to fall on it, so the NFC will hang on to the football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Taken in at the 11. So we're at halftime with a John Madden Legacy game, and now we present a special tribute to the man of the hour, narrated by the Raiders' own Trey Mosley. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense for the AFC set to go now. They start the drive with a give to Allen. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the toss, here's Allen. So now, Charles, to pick up the story we've been telling, John Madden at 42, he just completed a 10-year stint as the coach of the Raiders. He wants to step away a bit from the grind of coaching, but he doesn't want to step away from the game of football. So he ends up signing on with CBS in 1979 to try his hand at broadcasting. And much like his coaching career, it was pretty much an instant success.
Partner, he really connected with the people right from the start, and people may not remember he wasn't even on the #1 team in the beginning. He worked his way up. But the same things that made him a great coach.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. To throw is Brady. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run. This is Allen. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They'll run for it. This is Allen. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Marcus Allen punching it in from a yard away. And the AFC just continues to pour it on. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now, or win. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. 3 quarters complete now in the John Madden Legacy game. Back now here on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Allen. So for Coach Madden, Charles, by 1981, his broadcasting career is really taking off. He's elevated to the network's #1 booth that calls all the big matchups. And he gets the plum assignment of calling Super Bowl 16, 49ers and Bengals, and he's teamed up with Pat Summerall. And that pairing ultimately would go on to be one of the most influential in sports broadcasting history.
Influential not just in us listening to them. Remember, they went on to call 8 Super Bowls together. But how they put together kind of the template that all of us broadcasters follow now. Sitting down with the head coaches and the quarterbacks and the stars of each team before a ball game to get extra information. And the way that those two paired together, Pat Summerall, short, concise, to the point, and turned it over to Coach Madden to fill in all the big details.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Favre. That'll be caught by Rice. So 2 minutes to play in the John Madden Legacy game, and the AFC well in control. And we're back to Oakland after this timeout. On 1st down, Favre. And his throw is incomplete. As you mentioned, CD, talking about John Madden, the broadcaster, he called 8 Super Bowls with Pat Summerall, 3 more with Al Michaels later in his career. He spent nearly 3 decades in the booth all told. And not only was he beloved for his mannerisms, we know that, but he was an innovator as well.
Yeah, Brandon, you talk about things like the telestrator, which totally became identified with him, and now it's a staple for all analysts to have in the booth. And then you think about things like turducken on Thanksgiving, when he used words like boom and pow. He He helped create the old Madden team. He was a very popular commercial pitchman. And even the Madden Cruiser was unique, and you had to be someone to get a ride on it, too.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And a tackle going to be made at the 38. Here's Favre to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that is no good. And they will remain well behind. But a tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlepp Rock, got that black cloud over their heads. They're
going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 3rd down. So it's a win here for the AFC on an incredible afternoon of football and remembering the life of John Madden. Before we go, one final message. And for all of us at EA Sports, this one's for you, Coach.